go into a little bit more about the stuff that we've done together that you feel is created sort of like I guess, a bond between us, and to make us all feel
Mhm.
sort of as one and
Sure,
cohesive.
sure. Couple of things are what you just mentioned, that we gather every week on a conference call. And even though in in principle that meeting is supposed to be for the purpose of planning events and so forth, very often, in fact, most of the time, really, it becomes an open forum of discussion of those kinds of topics and questions that, as I said, um, you know, I don't get to talk about with anybody else. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, I have my own circle that is often the topic of discussion. But as far as general public, my coworkers, anything like that, it's just not part of the discourse.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I think all of us kind of feel like we look forward to having that every week,
Yeah,
just because of the fact that we can talk about the things that can't be talked about, um, and it's really it surprises me and encourages me and really gives me an uplift to find out that um, that there is this group of people, who uh, you guys, all of you, are so um, open-minded and respectful of other viewpoints, and willing to listen to each other. You're even willing to listen to me, um, and that all by itself would be worth it. But in addition to that, I mean, the times that we've gotten together, we've done some volunteer work at a homeless shelter. Um, a few of us attended excuse me, a seminar that was actually designed for continuing education for therapists and mental health clinicians and practitioners, on the subject of male victims of childhood sexual trauma, which is a pretty grim subject.
yes, it is.
But there were three of us there, and I want to tell you, it made all the difference in the world to know that not only had I gotten the courage and the desire, to go there and just show my face, but you know, I wasn't alone. And there's just really something about that it changes you for the better, you know. And I think that's true for anybody.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for the record, we only recently started meeting ILS. I want to thank you for taking on a regular basis to talk about this with me. In this, I learned quite a lot,
Welcome.
and it was a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you. You also. It was great. I always
Uh,
enjoy talking to you.
to everyone listening, this is NCFM Chicago. We have links down below at how you can get involved. We meet once a week for planning, and we have several events in the pipeline after human malware gets resolved that you should look forward to. Uh, to everyone, thank you for listening, and may we all wake up in a better tomorrow.